Hello, the future tech leaders. You are welcome to the last project on our motion category. Now, for this last project to explain the remaining three types of movement in the motion category, we'll be designing a project called Egg and Chick Game. I know you love this. All right, let's share the screen together. Let's share my screen. So go to your Scratch and bring it in. Now, I want to open a new file. So I'll go to new and I'll say, okay, it said replace this project. Said now, the first thing I want to do as well is just to change my backdrop. So I don't need to explain that. Let me be fast. Okay, you can pick any backdrop you like, Good. So I don't want my car sprite. Let it go. Now for this project, I'll be needing two different sprites. So the first one is the egg sprite. So I can just search for it instead of moving around. Let me search for my egg sprite. Okay, let me just move. I need egg and chick. So anyone I see, no, instead of just moving around, you can use category. Now let me click animal. Now in animal, I can easily see my cheek. Can you see my cheek? Good. Next, let me bring the next sprite, and that was the egg sprite. Egg sprite. Or another thing you can do to bring it out is to search for it. You just click on the search bar there and click egg. Can you see? Now the egg has different costume as well. So this is the hex, right? Okay, good. Now, explaining the different motion. The first thing is the go to XY. Go to XY. Now, I want this egg to go to a particular location. So when I click the flag, I want the egg to go to. Now, let's start. When flag click, go back to your motion block. Now, let's scroll to the go to block. Can you see? Follow my mouse, everybody. Can you see? Go to now. And first, ensure that you are on the sprite you want to work on. So I'm working on the egg sprite. Now, this is the current coordinate of the egg. The current coordinate of the egg on the stage is -8, x -18, y -31. But now I want the egg. Let me bring it out so that we're going to check the change in the location. Now, let me move the egg to where I want it to be. I want the egg to come to this place. I want it to go to that place. Now, let's check the current coordinates. Now, can you see now that the go-to has changed? Because the coordinate of the egg has actually changed. So let me stack it. That's where I want it to be. Now I want to reduce the size of my egg because it's too big for me. So let me make the egg 70. Good. Now we're going to test it. So let's return the egg back to where it was before and click on the flag. So when flag click, it went to that place. So go to specify a particular location that you want your sprite to move to. Now, when flag click, it should come to this place. Now, the next thing is I want the egg to glide from this place to the other side, the other edge of the screen. I want it to glide from here to the other side of the screen. Now, let's look at glide. We have two types of glide block. We have glide to random position, glide 1 second to random position. Now we have glide 1 second to X, Y position. Now glide to random position will make the X just be gliding all around on the screen. Let's test it. Let's test it. Now, because it's not in control in repeat block, we will not see the effect very well. So let's just put our repeat block so that you see how it works. Now, let's stop it and run it. You see, it just gliding to, it's gliding at random, gliding to random position. Can you see? Just gliding. But that is not what I just want to explain the random position. So what I want it to do is to glide to a particular position. Now, let me take this off. But now I want you to notice the current position of the egg. Now look at this. This is the current position of the egg. You can see in the glide. Now, so I want it to glide to this side. So let me move it. Let me move it. So I want it to glide to this side. But because I'm in the, let me stop. Okay, let me stop it first. Now everybody move. Good. Now let's bring the current position. Can you see that the glide 1 second has changed because the position has changed, because the position, the coordinate has changed. So you can see the effect. Now let me bring it here. So let's play it. So that's what I want to achieve. I want the egg to continuously glide. It should not stop. It just continue to glide. And next to that, so let's stop it since we have achieved the first thing. Good. Let's trash it. We don't need it any longer. Now, the next thing is I want this cheek, when the flag is clicked, to leave this position and come to this position. So now, currently we are on the egg. So let's click on the cheek so that we can give instruction to the cheek as well. Now, when flag click, good. What do you want? I want the cheek to go to this location. Let's look at the current location of the cheek in our motion block. See, is go to XY. This is the coordinates, the current coordinate of the cheek. So let's move the cheek to where we want it to go to now. Now let's see the current coordinates. Can you see? Can you see the current coordinates? So when flag click, I want the cheek to go to that place. Let's move the cheek back. Let's test what we have. You see, when I click the flag, the cheek move. Good. Now the next thing is I want the cheek to, we want to use the next block, which is the change X and change Y. So now in this project we have used go to block, we have used glide, and the last movement we want to talk about is change X and Y. Now on the screen, now let me use my pen, oh sorry, to explain. Let me draw this. Now the stage is divided into two different axes. We have the Y axis that runs in the vertical direction, and the X axis that run in the horizontal direction. Now, the middle of this stage is always 0. At this middle is 0. Now, from this middle, oh, oh, when you want to, let me explain this. When you want to move upward direction, if you want to go upward direction, at the top here, Y is 180. Down here, Y is minus 180. On the x-axis, on the left-hand side, Y is minus 240 minus. And on the right, X is minus 240. On the right, X is plus 240. Plus 240, that's a positive 240. Now, if you want to change your Y position, upward direction, the upward direction, you'll be changing Y by positive number. let's say plus 10. If you want to move in the downward direction, you'll be changing your y by a negative number. It can be any number. If you want to change from the middle here towards your left, you'll be changing your y by a negative number. Hope you are getting it. Good. If you are changing towards your right, you'll be changing your x by a positive number. So let me pick my pen again. So let's say plus 10 as well. Good. Now what we want to achieve is this. I want the egg to always jump up and come down. And what will make it jump up and down? When I click the flag, no, sorry, when I click the space bar. Now, if you'll be transferring this to your phone, you might not have the space bar. It might not be easy for you to use the space bar. So you can choose to use maybe a letter. Let's assume letter U. So if you'll be using it on your phone, you can choose to use letter U, that when letter U pressed, I want you to jump up and down. Why do we want it to jump up? We want it to jump so that it will be jumping over the egg. As the egg is sliding, the chick will be jumping. The chick must not touch the egg. So that's the game we want to design. Good. So now, to let me give the instruction. But when flag is clicked, the chick should come to this location. Let me delete my marker now and trash this. So I'll go to events and I will say, now I'm using space. Because I want to play it on my laptop. If you want to play it on your phone, you can use a letter. So when space click, now if you want to change yours, can you see this arrow? Click on it. You have a lot of letter. You can use arrow key. You can use anything. It depends on what you want. But now I'm using where space. When space click. So when space click, I want the X, the cheek to jump up. That means I'll be changing my Y position by a positive number. So I'll go to the motion block and bring out change Y. Let's move down to locate our change Y. Can you see change Y by 10? So let me put it here and let's test it. Can you see that when I click on a space, it's move, but the movement is not so obvious. So I'll use repeat 10. I want so that at least the movement will go a bit higher than the way it is now. So let me stop it, click my flag and click my space. Can you see that the movement is so good now? Excellent. Now, but I don't want it to stand up. I want it to come down as well. So it will be jumping up and down. So when I click my flag, my space, jump up and come back down. So for it to come back down, what do you think I should do? So I will repeat what I have here, but change the Y to a negative number. Because I've explained earlier that when you are going up, you are changing by a positive number, and when you are coming down, you are changing by a negative number. So instead of doing everything all over again, I can right click on the repeat and duplicate. So, and then stack it here, and then change this to minus 10. So now, let's stop it and test it. Good. Now we have achieved what we want. Now, it's a very long project. So the next thing I want to do is that it must, each time it's the egg is coming, it must not touch the egg. If it touches the egg, the game should be over. Okay, so how do I achieve this? But I will do that in my next video. But for now, my aim is just to explain the motion block. And with this, I've explained all I need to explain in the motion block. I hope you understand all that we have done today. Good. So we can clean what we have on the screen. Let's clean it so that our screen will be clean. So if you have any question regarding all that we have done today, you can send me a message. You can ask your question. You can send me a message and I will respond to it. Our aim is to build future tech leaders. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Bye.